Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vampire Bats. I'm Bella Swan. I'm here with Jacob and Edward. We're millennials who didn't read Twilight as teens, but we're reading it now to see how it changes us. Where the hell you been, Loca?
Which one am I? Who am I?
You can pick, I guess.
Am I Edward?
Am I?
Am I Jacob?
If you want to be. You two can fight amongst yourselves for who gets to be Bella and who gets
Yeah, what
why
book did
are
read?
you wearing cat ears?
Because we
What?
read Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We read Twilight.
Yeah, did you not?
Yeah, I read Twilight. Edward, Bella, Jacob,
Those are bad cat
vampires.
names. What?
Those are bad cat names. But yeah, I was kind of confused because you both were like, okay, Twilight's next. We're doing Twilight. And I was like, okay, well, we all are, the three co-hosts. So I thought maybe there's like an anniversary or something. And I never read them. I saw the first two movies, but I never read them.
I don't know
Until
what Twilight
today.
you're talking about.
You
The only
don't know
Twilight I know
You don't know what Twilight I'm talking about?
is Warrior Cat's Twilight.
Is there another Twilight?
Yeah, there's a pretty famous one, which I read this month.
You sound crazy, Loca.
Oh my gosh, where am I? Okay, JK, guys, I read the right one. And I did an elaborate bit that's gonna last the whole episode as far as my whole face is covered in white highlighter.
It's so good. It's so good.
And my
Incredible.
camera, I did make everything very blue. So I'm welcome to Forks. Hello, Mila. Hello, Cider Rain.
Did anyone get first yet in chat?
Oh,
I don't think
yes.
anyone got first yet.
I don't think anyone got first yet.
I clocked in so that someone else.
Oh
can
no,
get
Mila
first.
Mila did. Sorry.
Good.
It was
good.
buried in the clock-ins. Mila's first. Yeah, I have not been streaming as much, so I don't have the Employee of the Month stuff up to date. Everyone's just been accumulating.
Too into it. I'm gonna get my Warrior Cat name for the stream.
Yeah,
yeah,
get your
yeah,
cat
let's
names.
get our names.
Beehive. Whoa!
Whoa. Snake
Oh,
eyes.
you're Snake Eyes. Okay, let's see. Is the bot messing up and everyone is just gonna get things with eyes? Where is it? Warrior cat name. Let me
Squirrel
see.
throat.
Ooh,
Squirrel throat is
Night
terrible.
Rump.
Night rump. Egg cat. How is egg cat a
Bangers all
possibility?
around.
Squirrel throat for Cider Rain. I got Night Rump. That's really funny. I think I added Rump as a Piss Clan
I
thing.
think it has
And-
to be a pistol.
Yeah, and Egg is in honor of you, Melanie, of course. I
Thank
added
you.
Egg.
Thank you.
I think I added Egg as a start and end.
Perfect.
Yes. Shout out.
Weed Eyes is.
Weed Eyes is
definitely a
harrowing.
Piss Clan cat.
Yes, Mila canonically first. Gotta shout that out. And also before we get into, if my leader gave me the suffix cat, I'd kill them. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did
That's
I put
boring.
cat as the end? That is I'm sorry, but you did get a pretty
You got
pretty
that.
bad
That's
one.
rough.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're egg cat. We got more blind boxes, everyone.
Are we doing that first?
Yeah. I don't know why my camera's
Just a reminder
lagging
of what I
also.
got last time. This sweet smelling fuck.
And then we both got R.I.P. R.I. Possible.
Hey, that's a spoiler. You can't be.
It's a spoiler for this episode. All right, let's open. I
Just
really
opening it
hope you
underneath
got.
before I reveal it.
I hope you got spotted leaf so much, Melanie. It would be so funny if you
It
got
feels like
spotted.
I might.
Yeah.
It feels like maybe that's happened again to
Well.
me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Did I get
No.
the same one again? Oh
Please
no,
no.
I got.
Oh,
Oh, right. Cute. Is this Silver Stream or is this Gray Stripe?
I think that's Gray Stripe.
Oh
my
god,
yeah, Gray Stripe.
girl.
For some reason, my
This
camera is
honestly
like really
one of the
lagging.
two that I really wanted.
She's
That
so
one is
good.
really cute. Yes, this is Greystorm.
Ah,
Okay, I'm happy with
genuinely
that.
delighted.
Oh my god, this is my favorite thing.
Okay, I'm closing out Discord in case that's
What am I
Perfect.
gonna do with
Perfect.
myself now?
I am
I
sad
don't
you
even
didn't
need-
get spotted leaf. I thought that would be really funny.
I was so worried.
That'd be great.
I don't need to ever get another blind box again. I'm good. I'm good on all blind boxes now.
Mhm.
I got the best one.
Well,
too.
Yellow Thing is in there.
Oh, you're right.
So we got the second best one.
I was gonna say make them kiss.
Oh, but I'm a medicine cat and I'm dead. It doesn't matter to me.
Hey, it hasn't mattered for Spotted Leaf. So
True. Okay, we obligatory check out your library. We get our books from the library. It's great. I don't have anything more specific to say than that this time, but just do it. And then just one short entry for TikTok, which is a bit of misnomer this time because it's a YouTube comment. But Amy Osella 3219 commented on our last episode and said, in about 20 years, when you guys catch up to the current releases, LMAO, there actually will be a Tawny Pelt and Crowfeather POV, but IDK if it's what y'all are gonna want, TBH.
Oh no.
so curious.
Yeah.
What this means. Please, no one spoil it for us, but
don't spoil it.
I'm desperate to know what this means. So
In
I
20
guess
years.
we have to keep doing this
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Locked in.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I think I replied something like something to look forward to / dread. So there we go. Okay, well, I'll toss over to Marga for the book recap for Twilight, but not the one that you think.
Or maybe it is.
Or maybe it
who
is.
could say? Yeah, we read Twilight by Aaron Hunter, or at least a couple of us did. This one was written by Cherith Baldry, published in 2006. The fifth overall in the arc, but second of two published in the year. This entire arc came out within the span of 2 years, which is just a wild publishing schedule. Really fast. A lot of books. Anyway, let's jump in. In a very confusing prologue, what else is new? StarClan consoles a youngish cat, apparently about to die soon, who laments having to leave their clan. You can kind of ignore this for now. It's not really relevant until the end of the book, but it will come back. Back to our regular book. It's been 3 days since the last book, when Mudclaw tried to usurp One Star as leader of Wind Clan. ThunderClan has apparently just left the dead Shadow Clan warriors who stumbled into their camp during the fight, sitting outside their camp. Firestar finally picks a group to take the bodies back to Shadow Clan, as well as a few warriors to check on Wind Clan. This latter group includes Brambleclaw and Squirrelflight, who argue over their respective opinions on Hawkfrost. On the way there, Brambleclaw acts like a deputy, which infuriates Squirrelflight. We also get the first hint at a love triangle as Squirrelflight muses on Ashfur's feelings for her. On the way back home, they follow the scent of Badger to find a den with 3 cubs outside. Together, they drive off the mother and cubs. This Chekhov's gun is going to sit quietly on the mantle for quite a while. Meanwhile, Leafpool is very distracted with thoughts and sexy dreams of Crowfeather, so much so that it's affecting her medicine cat duties. It's all she can think about, even when Sorreltail reveals she's pregnant with Brackenfur's kits. Frustrated with Brambleclaw, Squirrelflight runs into the woods and stumbles into a fox. She and Ashfur are nearly killed, but Brambleclaw saves them and drives it off. They warn Wind Clan, but One Star acts haughty and tells them the clan can take care of itself. Later, the cats exchange news of the gathering and decide on rules for traveling through other clans' territory for future gatherings. Mistyfoot tries to suggest that there is no need for them to be hostile as they were in the past, but this gets completely ignored by every single other cat. Because where else would we get our attention from? That night, Feathertail appears to Leafpool with a message from Mothwing. Because Mothwing doesn't believe in StarClan, they can't reach her, so they pick Leafpool to tell her that RiverClan is in danger from 2 legs. Leafpool uses the excuse of gathering catmint to head out and visit RiverClan. Mothwing does not believe the warning came from StarClan, but she promises to keep an eye out for danger. When the two of them and the other medicine cats go to share tongues with StarClan, they all, except Mothwing, have vague dreams of danger and death. Leafpool's is more vague than the others, just a sense of danger and then a bright light, and she worries that StarClan is upset with her. That worry doesn't last long, though, because on the way back, Crowfeather stops her. He asks if she wants to be with him as much as he wants to be with her, and when she says yes, insists there must be a way even though they're from different clans and Leafpool is a medicine cat. Because rules don't matter to main characters. While out on patrol, ThunderClan comes across Daisy, a kitty pet from the nearby Two Legs, with her 3 kits. She was worried that Two Legs would take her children, so she ran into the woods. ThunderClan takes her in and offers to let her join, though she doesn't make the decision yet, in part because Brambleclaw and a couple of other cats argue that a kitty pet doesn't have a place in the clan. 2 days later, Mosspelt comes from RiverClan to ask for Leafpool's help with a sickness that's sweeping through RiverClan. On the way there, a WindClan patrol briefly stops them, and Crowfeather is able to whisper to Leafpool to meet him that night. By the time Leafpool arrives, things in RiverClan are bad. Ivytail is already dead, and many cats are ill. Leafpool helps Mothwing save the kits and sends Mistyfoot to look for what might have caused this. At the edge of their territory, she finds a 2-leg container leaking a poisonous goo. Leafpool finds out later that the kits, led by Willowkit, discovered it and were foolish enough to try drinking it. Despite the fact that this is described as green and ominous and clearly poisonous.
Yeah, I have to interject here just for a slight aside, which is kits, I've actually come to the realization they want to die. Every kit in these books, they're eating death berries. They're sneaking away from camp. They're falling in holes. They're daring each other to drink what is clearly poison. It's like it makes the cat sick to smell it, and these little kits are like, I don't know, guys, maybe we should drink it. And then they don't tell anyone until they're like dying. It's so wild.
To be fair, I have a young cat in my household right now, and despite the fact that he would be of apprentice age by this point, he's still stupid enough to drink poisonous goo. So I do believe it.
True for a real cat, but I think we can all agree the cats in these books are presented to have a little bit more human-like intelligence than your average cat.
Human-like capabilities. I don't know about intelligence.
Yeah, maybe. So it depends on the cat, I guess.
He did spend 6 books talking about how stupid Firestar was.
Yeah, that's true. But he didn't drink poison.
He didn't have a
Anyway.
chance.
Continue.
Yeah, so the kits are dumb. Willowkit does get some redemption by helping Mothwing save a cat from choking, but it's too late for the smallest kit. By the time things are settling down, Leafpool realizes she forgot about meeting Crowfeather. Back with Squirrelflight, she helps Tawnypelt fight off one of the kitty pets that live on the edge of ShadowClan's territory. Tawnypelt eventually reveals that the 2 kitty pets have been causing a lot of trouble by attacking clan cats that are out on their own. They've even killed a ShadowClan apprentice. Firestar okays Brambleclaw taking a patrol, including Squirrelflight, to offer to help ShadowClan fight. Together, the 2 clan warriors are able to overwhelm, trap, and threaten the kitty pets into leaving the clan cats alone. And for a brief moment, Brambleclaw and Squirrelflight see how good they are in battle together. 2 whole days later, things in RiverClan are safe enough for Leafpool to return to ThunderClan and catch up on her sister's adventures. That night, she has that vague dream again, but this time it clears enough for her to see a cat standing on a rock, with 2 more looking up at him. These 2 are Brambleclaw and Hawkfrost, which makes the cat on the rock Tigerstar. In this dream, Tigerstar talks to his sons about power and becoming leaders, but honestly nothing all that serious before Leafpool runs off and wakes up. With Leafpool gone so much recently, Brightheart has stepped up as an apprentice medicine cat, and Leafpool begins to wonder if Brightheart is going to replace her, and worse, if she'll have any place in the clan at all. At the gathering that night, while most of the cats bicker about whether or not it's acceptable to offer help to other clans, Crowfeather and Leafpool slip away. Like teenagers, Crowfeather suggests running away from it all and leaving their clans behind, but Leafpool isn't ready yet. A few nights later, Leafpool slips out of the camp and heads towards WindClan territory. Squirrel Flight follows her to the border, but waits for her to return just as the sun is rising. They argue, but Leafpool refuses to tell her sister what she's been doing or why she's acting oddly. Leafpool continues sneaking out every few nights until Cinderpelt catches her and Crowfeather together. The medicine cat tries to persuade Leafpool to give up the relationship, but she won't. They argue until Cinderpelt leaps at Leafpool with claws out, and Leafpool runs off to the Moonpool to think. We're overdue for the most special cat ever to show up, and appear Spotted Leaf does. She doesn't try to convince her one way or the other, but when she says, "Follow your heart," Leafpool takes it as blessing to leave with Crowfeather. She immediately goes to find him, and without hesitating, they both agree to leave their clans and families behind right away. When Leafpool's absence is discovered, Squirrelflight insists that Cinderpelt not tell Firestar yet, and then she and Brambleclaw go off to find her. Believing she may have joined Wind Clan, they head to their territory first. But Wind Clan had believed Crowfeather had left to join Thunder Clan. The two Thunder Clan warriors set out again with Torn Ear and Ashfoot, Crowfeather's mother, but the trail goes cold in the mountains. When they return to camp, Squirrelflight muses on how strong Leafpool's feelings must be to leave, and how she wouldn't do that for Ashfur, but Brambleclaw is still a different story. Out on the moorlands, Leafpool dreams of the blood-red lake, then slashing claws and huge lumbering shapes. What this means is immediately made clear when she wakes and sees Midnight, the prophetic badger, coming to her and Crowfeather. Midnight warns them that the other badgers in the area are angry at being driven out and are planning to get revenge by attacking the clans. Crowfeather tries to convince Leafpool not to turn around, but eventually they both agree they need to return and warn their clans. All of this is moot, though, because ThunderClan is already under attack by a large amount of badgers. With Brambleclaw's help, Squirrelflight is able to get Daisy and the kids out of the camp, but it's too late to save Sootfur, who is killed by the badgers. Leafpool and Crowfeather arrive just after this, just in time to find Cinderpelt dying in the nursery. The elder medicine cat tells Leafpool it's too late to help. StarClan already told her that her death was coming. Leafpool promises to take care of ThunderClan, knowing now that she could never really leave them. She and Crowfeather make a promise to walk together one day with StarClan, but there's barely time to process because Sorreltail is about to give birth right here. Things seem hopeless for ThunderClan, drastically overwhelmed by badgers, until Midnight shows up, with almost all of Wind Clan's fighting force to help. Quickly, they send the badgers running, and the defeat is sound enough that Midnight doesn't think they'll be back again. And then, because it's book 5 of 6, and we need a good last-second twist, Stormfur and Brooke show up. The end.
So, because I'm the only one who listened to the audiobook of this, at the end, when Stormfur shows up and he's like, "What's all this then?" I'm like, is this how they're bringing Greystripe back? In the most underwhelming fashion ever, where he just walks into the camp? Because they gave his son the same voice in the audiobook,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, which would be a nice little twist if that wasn't the worst voice possible.
That's really funny. Let's do Person of Hiss. And Melanie, do you want to go first?
Yes, sure. Absolutely. So my purrs. Sorreltail had 4 kits, which means that we're going to have more fun cat names, and I'm really excited to see what she chooses. I'm kind of curious if she'll name one of them after Cinderpelt. Because it would just be Cinderkit again, and then another Cinderpaw, and then okay. But there's a lot of fun names in this one. We had Owl Whisker, we had Weaselfur, we had Voltooth. There was Ripplepaw, and that really trips off the tongue, so I don't really care for that one, but a lot of good names in this one.
Yeah, and the kits too. I can't remember their names, but it was like Berry Kit,
it was Berry
Daisy's
Kit, Mouse Kit, and oh my gosh, Hazel Kit.
Hazel Kit, yeah.
Yeah.
Cute names.
Very cute. Very cute.
Good
names.
cat names.
Good cat names.
I'm gonna kill Mouse Kit.
Wait.
A human.
No, Mouse Kit was the other.
Mouse Kit is the one who was like, we'll get it. We'll get into it.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay, my sniff is I am so curious about Stormfur and Brooke showing up. Like, why are they here? Are they joining the group? Maybe.
I think I think they're pregnant. That's my guess.
Everyone's getting pregnant. Sorreltail did not mess around. She got pregnant so fast. Her and Brackenfur fucking immediately. Having 4 kids, incredible.
Yeah.
My
I
hiss
told you they're
is
good luck babe coded last time. She really is.
Yeah.
My hiss is that I'm a crow pool hater. When Leafpool was longing for Crow Feather, I was like, this is Puke City and I'm the mayor.
Oh my god.
I hated it.
It's so bad.
Yeah. And that's
I'm in enemy territory.
Yeah.
Hang on. I need to... Oops. What am I doing? Sorry. Margot's like kind of not in the center of the frame, so I'm fixing the
I can move.
I think you were just leaning like this, and so you were like really not in the frame, but okay. If you stay where you are, you're fine.
I'm your nightmare. I don't sit still.
I'm your nightmare. No, it was just, I think you were like this a lot, so then I thought I had you wrong. Anyway. Okay, my purr. I still like Leafpool and Crowfeather. I still like it. I thought it was fun. I liked that Leafpool found out the hard way what she's giving up to be a medicine cat. I really liked, and actually, I don't even know if they're over. I kind of suspect they're not, but we'll see. Because before that, it was just like, I don't know, like, she knew that she couldn't be with another cat, but if you haven't been in love, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever. But then when you actually have feelings, it's like, okay, this is what you're giving up. And I thought that was a very meaningful storyline. I also really liked Leafpool seeing Tigerstar with his sons in what I am assuming is the Dark Forest, because people have mentioned that term before, aka Cat Hell, aka Dirt Clan.
Can't wait to get into Cat Hell.
And I also really liked not knowing really what's up with Brambleclaw. Like, we didn't get anything from his POV. We don't really know. We know he's talking to Hawkfrost a lot. We know he's talking to Tigerstar, but we don't really know where his head is at. I think the next book is in his perspective, so we'll find that out. Sniff, of course, Stormfur and Brooke being here. I'm also interested to see what happens with Leafpool and Crowfeather and with Brambleclaw and Squirrelflight. I am assuming Brambleclaw and Squirrelflight get together. I kind of think Leafpool and Crowfeather are going to end up having a kit. I could be wrong about that, but because the next... Here's why I think this, which I could be totally wrong. But I believe the next series is Power of 3. We know there was a prophecy for Firestar that was like blood of my blood. So if we say White Paw and then his 2 daughters both have kits, then that's 3 cats that are both related to him. So
I was gonna ask, did we think that they were fucking when they were meeting up?
It seemed
they have to have been. They spent too many nights together.
I wish they would just say, I wish the books would just say that they're having
the
sex.
cats fucked.
I wish there was just a little thing that said,
they
by the way,
curled up together.
They fucked. And then Hiss, I really wish the cats would stop and think, maybe we shouldn't drive these badgers from their homes like just fucking happened to us. Maybe we're bad? Maybe we're killing all the wildlife?
We know that they're intelligent?
We know they're intelligent. We're friends with one.
Don't love cat colonizer arc.
Yeah, hate it.
They're like, oh, look at this nice place. Nobody here except these foxes and badgers that we can kick out. Like, okay.
We discovered this place.
I wouldn't mind if it was more of a thing, but I feel like they're just gonna kind of glaze over it. Like, I feel like this was it. They're like, we were righteous, we won. What are you laughing at, chat?
I'm laughing at Mila in the Discord. Mila, did you say that to me directly, or was that in the main group?
Oh, I have Discord closed because it was messing up my camera.
Mila, can I say that out loud? Are you okay with me saying that?
I mean, Mila put in chat, I want explicit cat sex, so I'm curious what they're sending to you.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Mila sent me a message saying Badger Palestine, cat Israel. Are they wrong?
Yeah, you know, I want the Badger's perspective. I want
Yeah.
Kate Carey or whatever to write a book about the badgers.
Is Midnight a traitor to her species?
They call her a cat lover, which I was
Yeah,
like,
the-
whoa.
And she's like,
The other
I'm
one-
neutral. I'm on both sides, everybody.
I will say in her defense, she does say it's really like she has a line about it's really stupid that you all are fighting. Like, I wish you all would just not. There's plenty of room you all can get along.
There's room for
The
both
cats,
of them.
No one
when
will
we
listen
saw
to her.
it, when they first encountered the mother badger with her 3 cubs,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, well, we obviously gotta fucking beat
have
this
to
mom
do that.
up in front of her kids.
In front of her babies. Yeah. We'll see if anything comes of that. I feel like it's just gonna be like, no, the cats were right. Margaret, do you want to do your person of his before we get too far away from it?
Really gonna
Yeah. I'm gonna talk more about this in a little bit. Squirrel Fight is a fun, if frustrating, point of view character. Like, I think there are a lot of reasons to be annoyed at her, and I think that's a good thing.
Mhm.
I genuinely like that she has flaws, and they're not like overdone. They are just a part of who she is, and they are part of like also her strength. I don't know. More complex character than we've really had, certainly in the first arc. And I like the tension between her and Brambleclaw a lot too. Sniff, this is less of a look at the future, but the action is so well done in like every book. I always feel like that the action scenes have a lot of weights and serious stakes to them. But it just kind of comes up without like any setup half the time. Like the Badger fight happens in like 20 pages of this book. It's a really weird choice to me. We get a slight setup, it's completely dropped, and then at the end it's like, oh wait, Badgers are attacking. Here's 20 pages of fighting, 4 cats die. And then it's not lasting. Like the Badgers are driven off and attacked. Like that's all over. Weird choice to me. But I don't like, again, it's well done. My hiss is I hate the love triangle. Ashfur's nice enough, but it's so clear that nothing is going to happen there, and it just leads to a lot of like the 2 male cats posturing at each other in such stupid bullshit ways that suck. Coolpool doesn't work for me at all. I don't like it. We can get into it more later. I think it's bad. I genuinely think it's not well done. Also, if this is really the end of it, we spent half of this book focusing on it just for them, nothing to happen. They leave and come back. Like, it's kind of...
I don't think nothing happened. I think a lot happened. They didn't end up together.
But no, they run off and they immediately come back. They're gone for like a night.
Yeah.
But Leafpool has to reckon with the fact that people died because she left. Like, I don't think, just because they came back, I don't think that means nothing happened.
We don't really have any clear, like, oh, this happened because she left.
But she did think about it. Like, when Cinderpelt was dying, she was like, if I would have been here, maybe things would be different. And
Maybe
Cinderpelt
she
was
would
like,
die
no.
too. Like, I don't think Cinderpelt wouldn't have. I don't think that would have saved Cinderpelt.
No, I'm not saying it would have. I'm saying Leafpool has to deal with the thoughts that something could have been different. Like the survivor's guilt stuff. Or not even survivor's guilt, but like she's a medicine cat for the clan and she left them to die.
I can see that. I think some of it stems from my frustration that I don't know. They run off and they like get the warning that it's going to happen, but it's already happening by the time that they show up. And they're not like, Midnight is the one who goes and gets Wind Clan and brings Wind Clan in to save the day. Like they just come back at the worst time. It feels weirdly poorly written to me.
Time is so weird in this one. It feels very like things happen very quickly all of a sudden. Like their whole romance is like it feels very rushed to me. I mean, I liked in the last book the moment of saving Leafpool when she was hanging off the cliff. I thought that was done well. But in this one, they're like, we have to be together, like so obsessive. And it's just like the way that Leafpool is in this one feels like such a turn from how she was before.
Mhm.
Are we
It
getting
does-
into it now? Are we like in it?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
personal hiss. So we can.
Yeah.
It does for both of them, because this is one of my points. But Crowfeather, in the book where they're finding their new home, Crowfeather is like killing himself constantly to save every other cat. Like all he cares about is protecting the clans, the cats as a whole. And then immediately here, with no setup, and honestly, if you ask me, for no reason, it's just like, I'm obsessed with this one cat. I love her so much. I will leave all my entire life behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I would
just
say.
feels.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm curious to see what your thought is.
I would say it doesn't come out of nowhere, because the reason why he had no regard for himself was because he wanted to die because Feathertail died. So the reason why he was like, I'll go out of my way to save the rest of my clan, is because he felt like he was worthless because Feathertail died, and he had no regard for his own life. Then after falling in love with Leafpool, he has something to live for, and so he's diving into that. I think also partially to take his mind off of his grief, in my opinion. But
Sure.
so I think that's the
Fair.
reason.
I would argue that like self-sacrificing nature is a through line, even when Feathertail is still alive in the earlier books. It comes to the forefront, but I feel like there are parts in some of the books before that where he is still like, he's an asshole to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
but he will like protect them and defend them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now
And
he's directing that towards Leafpool instead of his clan. So there's multiple times where he's like,
Yes.
I want to protect you. I'm going to go with, I didn't write it down, but there's a part where he's like, I have to make sure nothing happens to you. Like when they're alone together, there's multiple times, like when they're running away, where he's like, I'm going to protect you. Like he does a lot of that stuff, but it's to Leafpool instead of to his clan.
I guess I don't know that works for me. I don't
Yeah.
buy it. It feels like a shift in the character that is written for a plot rather than an actual like evolution of the character. It doesn't feel earned or natural to me. I can see where you're coming from. It feels to me like it is written to serve the plot.
I can see Crowfeather's change, like behavior, feeling earned and honest. Leafpool is the one that I have the most problem with how the change of who she is, and specifically with like her relationship with Squirrelflight. Their relationship makes no sense to me in this one. They went from having their connection where they can like feel how each other is feeling, know where the other person, the other cat is, where they're so close, to not believing each other. Like when Squirrelfight is talking about how she's feeling about Hawkfrost, the fact that Leafpool is like, why don't you give him the benefit of the doubt, and like is like not wanting to listen to her sister. And they're not trusting each other. Like it is truly wild to me that when Leafpool gets out of that dream where she's in the dark forest and like sees what she sees, and she sees Hawkfrost with Brambleclaw, that she doesn't immediately go to Squirrelfight to be like, hey, this is a thing that we've talked about specifically. This is what I saw. Why would you not? And like they don't confide in each other. She doesn't talk about like her feelings for Crowfeather to her sister, when it's like she kept Squirrelflight's secret when she like left the clan. Why would she not think that Squirrelflight would do the same for her? Why is their sister relationship so different from how it's been up until this point? I really had a problem with that. I didn't like what they were doing there. Do we know who wrote this one?
Yeah, it's a Cherith Baldry.
That's so strange. I normally really like
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I definitely don't disagree. I think I can understand why Leafpool didn't share things with Squirrelflight, because previously they were very close, but it was more Squirrelflight telling Leafpool things and Leafpool keeping secrets. Squirrelflight didn't really keep any secrets for Leafpool, and Squirrelflight is also a much more like like reckless character. So I saw it more as like Leafpool is pretty quiet and doesn't share her feelings with people, and Squirrel Flight mostly can just feel Leafpool's feelings, but is otherwise more self-interested than Leafpool is. And so like their dynamic is Leafpool is very giving and like doesn't care for herself. So in the relationship with Crowfeather, she's kind of like, well, don't I deserve, don't I deserve something for me? But their characterization did feel, Leafpool's characterization to me did feel a lot more different, but also they're like teenagers. So to me, it's like, you are kind of like that as a teen.
Hormones.
Yeah.
That's the thing to me, is it does feel so teenage in a way that I don't know if it's intentional, because I think these are being written as like adult cats, but it felt so like hormone driven, first person you're attracted to, like or like in a relationship with, where you're like, this is true love, and it's like, you're just horny.
Obsession. Yeah. You're horny, you're obsessed.
Yeah.
Just
she's really
fuck a few times in the woods and it'll be fine.
Well,
she's really following in Yellowfang's paw steps here of like probably gonna have a kit that she has to like, not claim as being like their mother. Or I don't know, maybe they'll change the rules for Leafpool. Maybe that'll be different.
I wish, as far as I remember, they don't really have a reason. Like, they don't really say a reason why medicine cats can't have relationships and have kits. I guess
they're married to StarClan. How nuns are married to Jesus.
That's like kind of the implication, but I don't know if it's ever really been said. So I'm like, I wish someone would just say, here's why. We know why cats from different clans, it's really complicated when they have kits and when they're together. Like, that makes sense. But we've seen obviously when medicine cats have kits because of Yellowfang, but it is kind of like, what's the reason for this? Or is it just like, that's how it is? May says it's so they don't show inherent bias treating clan cats, which is like fair, but then they still have like siblings. they have like other people they could be biased towards.
Yeah, that's a weird choice.
Catholicism.
It makes sense, but then I guess I am like, after so many years of there being so much trouble because cats do still end up having kits, and then it's just like really complicated. It's like, hey, how about we just do something else, because clearly this isn't working. But it's the drama.
Yeah.
Granted, that's how it was explained to me when I was 14. I mean, I think it makes sense on a surface level. I mean, it's the same thing for like Jedi. It's like Jedi aren't allowed to fall in love, and it's like, okay, well, things kind of go bad for them because of these weird
they kind of all died because of that.
Yeah, so
right. I also have some notes, like this kind of unless you have either of you have more things to talk about with Leafpool and Crowfeather. This kind of leads into my notes about StarClan, which is sometimes StarClan will send cryptic dreams that you have to decipher and figure out what it means, and then sometimes they'll just say RiverClan is in serious danger from two legs. They'll just say that
you're gonna die.
Hey, the two legs are showing up, so
also
watch out.
Have we had it explained? I may have brought this up last time. Why can't they send dreams to cats that don't believe in them? I know Modeling wouldn't like listen to them, but they don't say we tried and we don't think she's listening. They're like, they literally say she doesn't believe in us. We can't.
Yeah.
We share dreams with all kinds of cats.
Accept StarClan into your heart to be able to hear them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah, that's the first time that's come up, that StarClan can't reach a cat because they don't believe. StarClan has not been able to reach cats for other reasons before, so I guess it's kind of this bullshit where it's like, we're not gods, but they think we're gods. Where it's like, we can't do stuff, but then they think StarClan struck the tree with lightning and killed Mudclaw, even though I don't think that's true. Yeah, I never feel like I will understand exactly what is the deal with StarClan.
Yeah, well, the thing, didn't we find out they don't make stuff happen? They just like are trying to, they know stuff, and so they'll relay that stuff. Which also, so we hear stuff as being the will of StarClan.
Yeah.
But what we've seen when we see actually StarClan is that they are still their individual selves. It's not like they become some sort of hive mind that all agree and think the same thing. So how can there be one will of StarClan with that being the case, you know?
Yeah. It's also funny because Blue Star came to Firestar and was like, yeah, that's not really how it works. And other cats talk with StarClan, so it's funny that, like, the cats just really don't know that's not what it is. Like, the cats who talk to StarClan, like, you'd think the medicine cats would be like, hey guys, they send us signs, but they're not, like, striking trees down or changing the weather. They can't really do that. They can just kind of tell us weird prophecies that they see from some god.
From their god. From their heaven.
From their heaven, yeah. There's more cats above them that are super StarClan that are gods.
It's like a big lasagna is what the afterlife is like.
Oh, I hate Mondays. God, I hate Mondays. Speaking of StarClan, I'm interested to know who you all thought was going to die based on the prologue, because this is the first time that I can remember there was a prologue where it actually was a mystery what was happening. They didn't just tell us, hey, here's what the book is.
I'm gonna be honest, completely forgot about the prologue.
Oh, really? I was thinking about it the whole time.
No, for some reason, the way I was reading the books, like I read the first couple chapters and then I was like busy for a week or a weekend or something, and I didn't. By the time I got back into it and was reading a bunch, I'd completely forgotten about it because it is like not relevant again. It's just a hint of like a mystery, and then a little bit of an explanation of like, oh, that was Cinderpelt. That's what she was seeing.
Yeah, yeah.
I completely forgot about it, and yet still,
wait, it was
I had
Cinderpelt?
Yeah.
Are you
no.
kidding?
Hey, no, I'm not kidding. Because in the audiobook, it is a male, older voice that you hear is the cat who's talking to StarClan, and I was like, I don't know who this is.
Oh,
I don't know who this is, and they were referring to them as being like a younger cat, and I'm like, this is an old cat voice.
They must have just done it to
McCloud
to confuse you,
throw off
because Cinderpelt,
I was confused.
Cinderpelt says before she dies, StarClan told me I was gonna die. So it is definitely Cinderpelt in the prologue.
See, I didn't even connect with you. I was like, must have been another time, another dream
weird.
that she was like, yeah, you're gonna die soon.
I think it is Cinderpelt, yeah.
I'm pissed. What the fuck? McLeod Andrews is normally so good, and I'm mad.
I guess it would kind of give it away because in the prologue, if you're reading it, there's no real. I mean, you could think it's Cinderpelt because it's a cat who's talking to StarClan and going to the moon pool. So it's like, okay, it's probably not Leaf Pool because this book is in her perspective, so she would be thinking about that. But it could be a cat from a different clan, whatever. So like, I guess he couldn't really do Cinderpelt's voice because then if you're listening, you're like, oh, Cinderpelt dies. Like, that's kind of a giveaway.
I don't know if they tell him because like he does a male voice. I feel like he would have done like a.
He's playing the long game.
I'm wondering if it's a case of him just like reading through the book, and so as he's going, and so.
But there's usually, I mean, there's directors for audiobooks that will say like, hey, you pronounced this name wrong, or you like did this thing wrong, or whatever. So maybe it was an acting choice. I don't know. Let's McLeod Andrews, if you're watching this, comment on this video and explain why you gave Cinderpelt an old man voice.
I would love to talk to McLeod Andrews. He does such a good job, and maybe we're related.
And maybe you're related.
Maybe.
Up until about halfway. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's the same thing. Even though I wasn't trying to figure out who was dying, I still very quickly was like, "Oh, is Cinderpelt dying?" And then that immediately went to, "Oh, Cinderpelt is fucking due." Yeah,
it was. At first, I really thought it was gonna be Tawny Pelt because I was like, "Well, she's kind of not on the books that much." But then when we saw her, I was like, she's not really acting like she's doomed. Also, she doesn't really seem like the type that she would go to the moon pool. And then I wrote down on page 148, Leafpool is saying are you sure you can manage without me? She's going to RiverClan. And then Cinderpelt says, of course, Cinderpelt replied, ThunderClan is lucky to have 2 medicine cats. A shadow flickered in her eyes. And I went, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like that. And then I was like, maybe she knows that Leafpool is like in love, so maybe Leafpool's not gonna be a medicine cat. And then later there was something else where I was like, oh, it's definitely Cinderpelt. So
well, my listening to this audiobook was a real rush job because of how my life is right now. And so it's been in the past 24 hours that I've listened to this whole book. So I immediately was like, I don't know who this man's voice is. I'm not going to think about this at all. So at the point where we're in like the cave and Cinderpelt is dying, that's when I was like, oh, fuck no. And I was pissed.
Oh.
So I wasn't actually interacting with that part of the story at all.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Cinderpelt's death?
Pissed.
Because I'm bad.
I'm mad as
I
hell.
feel like if I was a medicine cat, I simply wouldn't get an apprentice. You get an apprentice, you're marked for death. You're basically gonna die if you have an apprentice.
You're working your way out of a job.
I was sad about it, but also the medicine cats just seem so doomed. So from the beginning, I was like, Cinderpelt's gonna die at some point, I'm pretty sure. So I was sad about it. I liked how it developed her character, because Cinderpelt's normally like a little snarky but very sweet. And in this one, she was really like she was going through it.
Yeah.
Like she like blew up at Leafpool, and like for me, knowing that she was doomed, I was like, oh, this is so sad, because she can't say, but that's why this is such a big deal to her. But also she wants Leafpool to make her own choices, so she can't say, hey, StarClan told me I'm about to die, so you have to stay in ThunderClan. Yeah, I felt very bad for her, but I think I liked it.
I am sad that she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm a little glad that I don't have to hear the story over and over again about how about it describing her fucked up leg, and because every book it has
does
to be
not
like,
want to hear about a disability.
No.
Can't she just stay
I don't want to hear about
inside?
how it happened. Well, it's just like we have to keep on hearing about the Thunder Path and how this happened, and like and I know we're doing it because it's a new book, and these are kids reading it, and I get that. But also, I'm good to not hear it. I'm good to not be told it again. You know.
When I was a kid, I always was like, why are they doing this? Obviously, kids are reading all the books. And then I was talking to somebody about Warrior Cats specifically, because one of my friends messaged me and was like, oh, I heard that you're doing this podcast. And I was like, oh, what's your favorite book?
Read it in any order, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can read it in any order when they do it like this, right?
I mean, I guess you could. It would be kind of confusing. But she said, I don't think she read the middle book in a series, but I think she did start with like the second series, or maybe even the third series, because it was just what was out. And I was like, that's so crazy to me. When I was a kid, I would always start, like, if there was like books, I would be like, okay, what's the very first one, like, and read them in order. But I guess not all kids are like that.
Yeah, that's a real publishing thing too, especially for something like that. Like in comic books, it's very much, there's often in superhero comic books, it's always assumed that every issue is someone's first. I can see that being the case here too. You never know when a kid is picking it up, so stuff like that has to be explained.
If you're listening to this podcast and this is the first one you've listened to, stop watching it right now and go back to the first one. We don't want you to watch this.
You have to understand our character arcs. We're not going
have
to
to see
for you.
everything about the Gorse. Like, we have running jokes. You have to go back to the first one and watch
Do you
them all.
even understand what we were talking about when we said Piss Clan? Do you even know what we're talking about?
Oh,
but you think that's a real clan that we didn't make up?
I bet you think that's in the book because you didn't read the books in order. that reminds me, a side note, because I mentioned Gorse. I didn't put this in my notes because I forgot about
Gorse.
it. But my sister Janie went to Ireland like over the past, like she was there for 2 weeks. Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland. And she was showing me all her like pictures from the trip and stuff because I was at my parents'. And one of the pictures she swiped through, it was a screenshot of Gorse. Like it was like the like Wikipedia Gorse entry. And I went, what? And she was like, oh yeah, this stuff is like everywhere in Ireland. It's like a weed. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell you about the Gorse.
I can't believe you didn't have her text me. Just send
Well,
me a
it
picture
was-
of Gorse.
Yeah, it was like really late. It was like 1 a.m. or something.
Just at me with a picture
yeah.
of Gorse.
I'll tell her to. just the picture. It wasn't the thing that was funny. It was a screenshot of like a Google result. Like it wasn't like she took a picture of Gorse. It was like she had looked it up and like screenshotted it, which I thought was funny.
Do we want to talk about the other big relationship in this book? The big romance. We haven't really gotten into the love triangle yet.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, I feel like I don't have too much to say about this besides the fact that I think Ashfur's really nice, and Squirrelflight would be lucky to have him. And I know it's not going to happen. I know it's being laid out that that's not going to happen, and that's fine. But I think he's a really nice guy. I think he's really nice.
I thought he was going to die. I thought that was going to be how it was resolved. Like when he was like jumping in front of badgers, I was like, he's going to die for her. But yeah, it is really funny that this book, which is called Twilight, has a situation where the female main character has to choose between two different guys, where one of them is clearly her true love interest and one is just there to spice things up.
Yeah, one is the true love interest but has like a little touch of evil, and one is just kind of a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
One of them would be a good choice, but doesn't have that it factor for her.
Yeah. And he keeps talking shit about kitty pets, which I was like, read the room, dude.
That's Brackenford talked shit about kitty pets.
Ashford did too.
Well, Brambleclaw does at one point too.
Yeah, Brambleclaw does too. Everyone.
Two Firestar's fucking face too. Absolutely wild.
It's also so funny that Squirrelflight keeps being like, doesn't he know I'm half kitty pet? And it's like, well, I don't really think that's a different it's not it's not a different species.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's more of like a nationality really than an ethnicity.
Doesn't he know I'm mixed?
Doesn't he know my dad's a kitty pet? Yeah, famously.
I hate the love triangle. I think it's stupid. Ashfur's nice, although by the end of the book, I don't know. He felt a little too. He went from being like nice to like a little bit too nice guy, like capital letters to me. I don't know if I can put my finger on it, but
sure.
There's a little bit towards the end where I was like, okay, he's just being a little like entitled about it. I think.
Stopped listening to Squirrelflight when he started like stepping in and like speaking for her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's a little bit of it where I'm like, okay, I don't know that he really respects her in the same way.
Sorry, Call Me C just said Brambleclaw obviously has big tomcat jowls while Ashfur is a jowlless loser. That's so
absolutely
jowl mogging on him.
I was about to say the same thing. He's really jowl mogging. Ashfur's hitting himself in the face with a hammer to get better jowls. He's mewing. He's mewing. It's right there.
Ashfur's about to have a whole arc where he assaults some people.
Yeah. Ashfur's streaming on Kick now.
Terrible things. Jeez. But I do like Brambleclaw and Squirrelflight.
Oh, the Thomosphere. That is really good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like the two of them. I actually like the tension. It has what I feel like Crowpool lacks, which is I was able to put my finger on this since our last episode. The reason I don't think they're a good enemies to lovers arc is because there's nothing in a lot of those good arcs, there's a rivalry. There's something that they can
Mhm.
respect about each other. You know, it's either like they disagree, but they're both like big thinkers, or they both have a lot of wit, and so they're exchanging, you know, exchanging words, or it's a physical rivalry or a sports rivalry or something. Crowpool doesn't have that. They're just
Mhm.
they don't interact, and then they're like, I love you so much and I can't not think about you, but we're from different clans. Brambleclaw and Squirrelflight have ideals that don't align all the time,
Yeah.
and they both believe so strongly in them, and they're both kind of right and kind of wrong.
Mhm.
Like I disagree with parts of both of them and parts of the things that both of them believe in. And they also have a huge respect for each other, and that's really clear in this book, especially. Um, I buy their relationship. It actually works for me,
Yeah.
even with the fact that they're like fighting this entire time.
Mhm.
You can see why they would like each other, and why Squirrelflight would then be more drawn to Brambleclaw, even though Ashfur's right there and he's a nice guy. He just is pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. The only thing that I don't like about their relationship in this book is the way that Squirrelflight is like, I guess we just won't be friends anymore. And it's like, bitch, you both said that you loved each other. You both said it to each other, that you're like, I love you. So now we're just acting like that didn't happen and that you were only friends. I
Yeah.
mention the fact that you said that, okay? Bring that up.
Yeah, I do really like their romance because in the first series, all the romance was basically like, oh, my fur tingles when she's around. I love her. Like, it would just be like a love confession after, like, obviously, like, Sandstorm and Firestar were, like, going to be together. I think, Mario, you called it in, like, the first book, maybe. But I
Pretty
like,
early on, there's like a
yeah.
weird bit between the two of them. I was like, yep, those two are
There it
gonna
is.
fuck.
Like it's not they're not gonna be a romance.
No.
They're gonna
Well,
fuck.
and I mean, honestly, at that point, in like book two, we were like, the cats don't have relationships; they just have sex.
Yeah. They just yeah. But yeah, this is like more of like romance genre where there's like real stuff going on and there's conflict, which I like. I like a lot more. Speaking of drama, can I talk about something that you two are not gonna like, I think?
Uh-oh.
I think Brightheart and Cloudtail, I feel they're headed for divorce.
I, I,
Melody's
I don't.
face.
I don't think I have so much to talk about with this. I have so much to talk about this. I don't think that I think Cloudtail's not clocking like what's happening. And it feels like Daisy's moving in, the horse place
Yeah.
cat who's come to stay with them with the three kits. She has been as soon as she shows up, she is like brainlessly cruel to Brightheart, which I did not care for.
Yeah.
And she's raising some pretty brainless
Excuse me, mouse brain.
shallow kits. Mouse kits who like Brightheart was like, hey, you guys can't mess up the medicine cat's den. It could hurt you and it hurts our whole entire clan. Why aren't you watching your kits? And then the kit tells on Brightheart by saying, that ugly cat frightened me. I'll kill you. Don't you talk about Brightheart like that. Are you kidding me?
Poor Brightheart.
Bad fucking vibes from Daisy with all this nonsense. And Cloudtail, and she's like, you're so good with the kits. And Brightheart's
She's looking
over
for
here.
a husband.
Yeah, she really is. I don't think Cloudtail's not gonna leave Brightheart. No fucking way.
Okay.
No fucking way. Are you getting vibes that he's like not into Brightheart anymore? Oh my god.
Because he goes, ugh, she cats. When there's fucking badgers killing everyone, he's like, this bitch, she's mad. My wife is mad at me. My wife's mad at me because I'm spending all my time with a single mom. That's what Cloudtail is. So I feel as a Cloudtail, I wouldn't say hater, but I have been his most vocal critic. I think Brightheart and Cloudtail are getting a divorce and he's gonna end up with Daisy. That's what I think.
I disagree only because I don't think they'll do cat divorce. I just genuinely don't think the books will do. I think the only way out of the cat marriage is death.
It's like being a Supreme Court justice. No, I
What
think
am
they're
I
gonna
going to
break
do
up.
if that actually happens? I think I'm gonna lose it. I think I'm going to like I know I know some series for kids. And I know like no cat is from this, but the way that Cloudtail was like you are the most beautiful cat to me to Brightheart.
Mm-hmm.
That's love. That is they are cat marriage goals. I'll fucking lose it. I wrote down, I put what did I put? If Cloudtail cheats on Brightheart with Daisy, I'll kill myself is what I wrote
Okay,
down.
well, I really hope that doesn't happen.
I don't think they'll do a plot line like that. I just don't think that these books will go that far.
Clip this moment where I'm gonna be right, and then Melly's gonna be
at some point, and I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah,
I'll be fucking dead.
we're just gonna have a gravestone where Melanie's camera is. I don't want to be right, but they're really setting up Brightheart to be a medicine cat, and if she doesn't have a husband anymore, she can be the medicine cat.
I think that's a red herring to add drama to Leafpool's arc, because the way these books work, whoever is the point of view character for that book or chapter, everything needs to revolve around that character.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Brightheart just gets an arc where she needs to cause some drama for Leafpool, but it'll be forgotten next book. Don't worry.
We'll see. We'll see. Chat is suspiciously silent. I think I'm right, and I think they're not chiming in because they don't want to spoil it, but I think I'm right.
You can't get cat divorced if you're cat flick.
Yeah.
Mila.
Mila said that. Very
Pretty
funny.
good.
I think they're right, though.
I think they are right, but we'll see.
While we're on it, there is one other relationship we should talk about briefly.
Yes. Okay.
And
I
think we're all in agreement that Mothpool or Leafwing or whatever you want to call it, not dead. They are still sleeping together.
Let's have a little 3-day getaway where we're tending to stupid kits together.
I have to spend the night.
Oh, I have to spend the night, and I forgot to meet my boyfriend.
I was just so busy.
Yeah.
Leafpool has a line at one point in one of her multiple visits to Mothwing.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "I'll go straight to her den. I already know the way." And I just said out loud, "I bet you do." Just I bet you do.
This is also, I have some stuff about medicine cat stuff, just kind of like a collection of thoughts. One is, on page 92, Leafpool agrees to keep Mothwing's atheism secret and thinks to herself, like, I'll keep the secret. And then she says, in her mind, she says, because Mothwing knew as much about herbs as any other medicine cat. And I just said to myself, well, that's not true.
Yeah, you're always helping her out.
That's explicitly not true.
I have been a Mothwing defender and I can't anymore. I still like her, but my God, get a new job.
Yes. Why did she, in my notes, I was like, why did she want to be a medicine cat? It's not like she has like power really. And that like she has to sacrifice in order to be in this role that she doesn't want to do fully, because to be a medicine cat, you have to commune with StarClan. She doesn't.
But if you're not a believer, I mean, she talks about really wanting to help her clan, and like seeing that as a way that she could help her clan and give back. And I buy that. It's just when
hurting her clan.
Yeah, because she's bad at her job.
She's so bad at it. It's so funny.
I do dislike that as an arc, but it's clearly like the way that things are going. Like I think it would be fun if she was pretty good at her job, except for the part that involves StarClan. She just because you don't need to commune with StarClan to know the herbs and remember how that's just medicine.
Yeah,
but she's bad at that part too.
It's So funny.
I'm gonna call it now that Willowkit takes over for her, and I think soon.
Yeah.
Willowkit showed
Yeah.
a lot of interest in being a medicine cat.
Yeah, Willowkit was great. I also, as part of my medicine cat stuff, which this is Willowkit does this, I wrote, imagining a cat holding another cat's mouth open, and a third cat puts their paw down his throat and pulls out a clump of leaves. Imagine you're going on a walk in the woods and you see a cat prying a kitten's mouth open, and then another cat, a kitten, a 6-month-old kitten is like, all right, and just scooping burdock. I was like, this boggles the mind, imagining these cats doing this. Is so funny.
Oh, so wild.
So fucking funny. Other relationships that we haven't talked about. I just want to touch on real quick the dream where they're in the dark forest, and Leafpool sees this of the two half brothers talking with Tiger Star. We talked about it, I think, last episode, but I'm still like so perplexed why they would listen to their dad, who is an absolute loser. Like, he fucking died in such an embarrassing way. He had to go to such lengths to try to get to the position of power that he got to. And it was like, because he couldn't get there on his own. Like, he had to like lie and
murder,
kill, and he still died like a fucking bitch. Like, why would they take his advice on anything to have power? He's not good at getting it, and as soon as he had it, he died. So like, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's like,
I could see Hawkfrost because he wasn't alive for that. He wasn't around. I mean, alive, I guess, but not around. It is weird for Brambleclaw though. He was there.
I'm interested to see what happens and what Brambleclaw is thinking and why he's doing this. Mason chat. He canonically gives a good speech. Not a Tiger Star apologist.
Appreciate the clarification on that one.
I don't like him, but he is a great public speaker.
I think that is somewhat true, at least by the way the books are trying to portray it. Like, he gets a lot of cats to follow him. He is persuasive. We don't really see it, and he is evil.
Not worth interrupting you for, but sorry.
Persuasive, even. What else?
Other notes that I have. I think I only have like one other. Well, I have. While we're talking about Mothwing, they keep on saying it, but it's like 100% that she planted that Mothwing outside of. To give the sign from StarClan, which like
she hasn't admitted it yet.
She hasn't admitted it yet. But it's been brought up several times.
And she's always like, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna come out next book,
which
for sure.
would kind of make sense why she doesn't believe in StarClan, because the other cats, the way they talk about StarClan, it's like, well, she would have been like struck by lightning or something, like something horrible would have happened to her for doing that, but nothing has, because that's not really how StarClan works. I wonder, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be irritated if there's some kind of thing where Mothwing is like finally talks to StarClan and is like, but I planted that Mothwing myself, and they're like, because you took initiative to do that, that's why sometimes we have to make our own signs. Sometimes we have to choose our own destiny. And then they're going to be like, it's actually fine that you did that. If that happens.
That's 100% going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's true. It's true and real.
I don't think so. I think she's just going to either give up her job or die or something. And another cat is going to take
lesbian death. They're gonna profess love to each other and then they'll die.
Bury your gaze.
Yeah. These cats really need to learn other languages, right? They need to learn rat, they need to learn badger,
Mhm.
maybe even dog, and they could avoid so much conflict. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
dog apparently would be like 4 words. So,
it's so easy. Yeah.
And Braeheart kind of
Pack,
speaks
kill,
dog from what
contact.
I understand.
Yeah.
Braeheart said pack, pack, kill, kill, and I think she was barking.
Okay. This is a very, very small part of just like Cloudtail's hot guy voice.
Want to go for a hunt? Cloudtail asked, strolling up to her. Brackenfur and Spiderleg are coming.
That okay, I don't
Wanna
want
go
to be
for a
hater.
hunt?
That just sounds like McLeod Andrews. I just
No, you
like his
listen.
voice.
I'm the one who's listening to his voice all the time. That's him doing a hot guy voice.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
I agree with Taylor on this one. Maybe it's the like fidelity of the audio for us, but like
That's true. Yeah, maybe
does not stand out to me. And hey, I listened to like a book and a half, and there were a couple voices where I was like, he's doing a hot voice.
I mean, Ravenpaw is the one that he does the hottest voice for sure.
That's so funny. May says, Mel, I hear you. I'm not saying it's not a hot voice. I'm just saying it sounds kind of the same as the narration.
Whoa, got a thing for Cloud Andrews, huh?
I think you have a thing for McLeod
I'll listen.
Andrews.
We might be related.
Ravenclaw, what are you doing?
Hey, that's fine in the cat world now. So
yeah, that's fine. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? I think I went through all my notes.
I have a couple of real minor ones. I talked about how I already talked about Squirrel Flight. Squirrel Flight does seem to agree with Firestar's decision not to pick a deputy, despite it being like 6 months at this point, and that is so stupid.
That's her uncle. She doesn't want her gay uncle to be dead.
Sure, but temporarily put someone else in charge. Come on. It's been like 1 month. Sure. The point where they're traveling. Okay. They've been like in their new home for 3 or 4 months at this point.
Yeah.
And Fire's just still like, Greystripe will come back. How? Like, we know it's going to happen. Logistically, how?
Yeah.
Very,
there should be
very
at least
stupid.
an interim. The only thing I can think is maybe he doesn't want to because of how it went with Hawkfrost and Misty Step, where Misty Foot. What is her name? Misty Foot. Misty Step is a spell.
Yeah.
She and when she came back and then Hawkfrost was like undermining her and stuff. So maybe he's trying to avoid that, but it still is like stuff is already happening. So yeah.
There has to be a cat you could, even if it's not Brambleclaw, there has to be a cat where you could be like, you're in charge.
It was gonna be
temporarily.
Brackenfur. I think at one point said Brackenfur, you're kind of I don't think he said you're the temporary deputy. I think he just gave him all the deputy duties.
Yeah. I will say too, I like Brambleclaw stepping up and doing the work that needs done. I can see why Squirrel Flight sees this as part of his dark ambition, but I like him just being like, somebody's got to do this.
Yeah.
And I will step up and do it.
Yeah.
I see it as less ambitious and more just making himself useful.
And Squirrel Flight is flighty, no pun intended. Like she is like not responsible at all. So him being on her case, it's like, yeah, she needs to have someone on her case.
Yeah, relevant to that, one of my other notes is at one point Brambleclaw says to her, I didn't say you were stupid, but there are times when you do stupid things, which is very dumb on his part. He's completely right.
He is right.
She does he should not
things.
say it.
She does stupid things almost constantly. There was like a couple chapters in a row where I was like, Squirrel Flight is like mostly skin and a little bit of fur, because it was like the badgers, it was like it tore off her fur, and then she fought a fox, it was like it tore off her fur. Like I was like, she got stuck in the brambles. I was like, she's like mangy. She has no fur left. It's just her head, I think.
I love her.
She's
getting in
bald.
there. She's mixing
bald,
it up.
and she's torturing people who have hair.
One last thing for me is I just love Cloudtail as like the clan trainer. He's training Daisy now. He originally trained Brightheart with her like new fighting moves. I love him as like I don't know, just the guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna make sure all of our cats are in tip-top shape, even with like their unique skills.
He's making sure one cat's in tip-top shape. His second wife.
His wife.
His future wife.
When he's being such like a good clan member now, I like flash back to him like as this rotund like young cat like walking up to a two-legged house and going into it. People changed.
Guys, this kibble's actually pretty good.
I love his arc. He's a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
I really
him. And he would
I
never
don't think he will
cheat on his wife.
I don't want him to.
Okay. I'm just trying to warn you. I'm just trying to, so when it happens, you won't be quite as upset, but...
No.
The people hated her because she told the truth. That's me.
We will see. We will see.
If we get to the next book and this happens, you both have to, I don't know.
I don't have to do
buy me
anything. I'll
dinner.
be dead.
Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself over Warrior Cat.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. Over Warrior Cat.
I'm giving your eulogy and I'm like,
over true love.
Dearly beloved, I can't help but take some amount of responsibility for Melanie's death, since I was the one who said, why not actually do this? I'll produce the stream. And how could I have known it would lead us here today? How could I have known Melanie would kill herself over Cloudtail's infidelity? I don't know if he's gonna cheat. I think they're gonna break up. Sorry.
I don't think they'll do that. I just don't think that they have the guts as writers to do it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they're killing babies, but the divorce.
Genuinely though, I think they're like, death is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe Brightheart's gonna die. What does Taylor have to do if she's wrong? I think nothing.
Didn't even consider it.
I mean,
wow.
You two didn't say anything.
No, just the satisfaction of you being wrong is all I need.
There we go. And I need just dinner.
All I care about
is
you guys
take me to Chili's.
Honestly, that just sounds like a fun Friday evening.
All right, so if Cloudtail and Brightheart break up, we'll do a stream live from Chili's of me eating mozzarella planks and these two eating their words. You heard it here first. And if I'm wrong, they both are just satisfied that I'm wrong, which I guess says a lot.
No, I mean, all I care about is that these two are together. And that's
oh, yeah. Okay.
So
Mel will be alive and Taylor will be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm okay. That's all I need.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
I don't think so.
I see a lot of strike throughs. I think we got through everything. Okay.
Yeah,
favorite lines we liked. Melanie, what lines did you like?
I have a few of them. At one point, Squirrelflight, I think she might have said this in a previous book, but said she said a blind hedgehog could see it, and I love that kind of language in these books. Someone at one point said Firestar would fill the forest with kitty pets if he could, and that's just a fun imagery. This guy's just bringing all these kitty pets, and they're all in the forest here. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff. And then this line from when that Leafpole thinks while Cinderpelt is dying, she felt as if all the frosts of Leaf Bear were gathered in her limbs. Ooh, yeah. That's some good stuff right there.
That's good. Mine too were both just kind of catisms. Both from Squirrelflight, I think. Squirrelflight at one point says, "Don't tread on my tail, Brambleclaw," like really early in the book, which I liked. And then I also imagined a "Don't tread on me" flag, but it's Squirrelflight with someone stepping on her tail. That should be our merch. Don't tread on my tail. And then she later...
Don't tread on meow.
I like that. Later, Squirrel Flight says, I think also talking about Brambleclaw, says he has no right to act like a bee-stung badger, which I liked as well. Margot.
They're good.
What about you?
Yeah, I said two as well. Another catism, no sense in trailing our tails for Black Star to pounce on. Good, good.
I'm going to start saying that. No sense in
Yeah.
trailing my tail.
And then I didn't write down the context of this one. This is either Squirrel Flight or Leaf Pool feeling sad. But her shoulders ached and her drooping tail brushed the pine needles as she followed her clanmates back to the stone hollow. Just a sad tale.
I think it is Squirrel Flight, and it's after she has a fight with Brambleclaw, and he says something that she really gets pissed off, and she's like, I don't even care about him anymore. And then it's like, but why is she so sad? I'm pretty sure this is the context. Let's get into our ratings. Good. Melanie?
Sure. So I gave this 3 out of 9 lives. Maybe the lowest I've given something. And this probably largely has to do with the fact that I didn't have a lot of time that I actually was reading this, that I was trying to power through it quickly. It didn't feel as enjoyable to me as other ones. It felt more annoying. Fucking Cinderpelt dies. Like, we get I wasn't about this one.
I give this one 4 out of 5 blue stars. Not quite as good as the last book, which I gave 5 out of 5, but I still really enjoyed it.
I gave it 2.5 out of 5, which is the Cowards rating, but I genuinely am just really mixed on this. Like Mel, there are parts of it that drove me up a wall and I just didn't feel invested in it. And there are parts of it that I actually really came around on and quite enjoyed. So a real mixed bag for me.
We don't have the metrics image. It'll be in the VOD. But Melanie, I did notice that yours, you put a note for Warrior Tot name, no warrior name, but I do have some news. What is your news?
So, I almost, in our individual chats, messaged you both when I had this realization. But I figured it'd be better for stream. So as I was getting ready today, I was, putting on my ears, taking the pictures for the thumbnail, and I had thought, I'm like, the next ears I want to get, I think I want to get calico ears. And then I was like, I think my OC is going to be a calico. So I don't have a warrior cat name yet, but there's some stuff percolating.
Percolating. Amazing. Yeah, your fursona. There are some really cute. I keep seeing these fursuits that are like the more realistic ones. I haven't seen ones of cats, but I've mostly seen like rabbits and like mice, and they look less like fursonas and more like, I don't even know, I guess. They look like calico critters actually.
Yeah.
And they're very, very cute. Yes, rabbits. I think I've seen a rabbit one.
Did I not send it to you?
One.
I know I sent it to Taylor, the rabbit fursona, but I should send it to you too, Mila, if I have.
Yeah, send it to Mila.
Yeah, I mean, last year at Pride, that's when I got these ears. So I was actually as I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I wonder if she'll have if she does calico ears. When we went and I was getting these, and we were telling her, the artist, about this podcast that we do, she was like, well, if you do get OCs, I can custom make ears for you.
She does custom orders. She might have a calico. I think she has an Etsy, so you could
yeah, she does.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the rest of metrics because it'll be for the VOD. People can see it. Maybe I'll post an image. It wouldn't download in time for us to start the stream. So we do have a
watch it again if you want to know.
Watch it again. Watch the whole thing again on YouTube. Help boost our analytics. We do have some plugs. First, we are gonna do the Sunset episode, which is the last book in this series, which Mace just said is her favorite, or one of her faves. So excited to hear our thoughts on it. It'll be in roughly a month. Multiple of us have a lot of stuff up in the air right now, and some stuff going on personally. So we don't have the exact date yet, but it should be It probably won't be the last Thursday of this month, because that only
Thursday.
gives us, sorry, the last Thursday, because that only gives us 3 weeks because we pushed this one back because of stuff. But sometime beginning of June, maybe, we'll see. And then maybe we'll do 2 in June and do like a manga or something. I don't know, because we'll be in between books. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't talked about that at all with them, so that's just me speculating.
No, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Fine.
Margot, do you want to talk about our new social media platform?
Yeah. Oh, cutting edge. Have you all heard about Tumblr? The new platform. Yeah, we have a Tumblr. We're still in the process of getting all of it set up. So it looks a little blank right now, but we are going to start using at Warrior Chats on Tumblr. You can follow us there. We will retweet or repost every reblog, repost, whatever, all of any cats related things that I think get sent to us.
Yeah, send us anonymous
Reblogs and not endorsements.
Anonymous questions or whatever.
Yeah, send us all of your fun fan art.
Send us your OCs.
Send us your OCs. Also, send us no spoilers, please. But also, if there's good fanfics we should read,
yes,
tell us when we can read them, because obviously a lot of them are spoilery. Also, a personal plug, this Saturday, so the day after tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, I am playing a TTRPG called Band-Aids and Bullet Holes, which is a GM-less deck-building TTRPG of bloody revenge. It's like John Wick, basically. Kind of like movie simulator game. To promo the Kickstarter for Band-Aids and Bullet Holes, which I think this should... you can actually check out the Kickstarter now if you click on the link in chat. But it's a really cool game. It's by Sam Dunwald, who, if people listen to TTRPG stuff, has the podcast Dice Exploder, which is like kind of like Song Exploder, but they talk about like one mechanic of a TTRPG. So he's been working on the game for a while. I got to play test it. It's very fun. So check that out on Saturday. I think that's everything. I think on our stuff. Hang on, where's my end screen? I need to... Is this it? Okay, stream end. Okay.
It's our normal end stream screen, right?
Huh? Yes. Yeah. I just had to pull it up. I wasn't like covering anything up. It is our normal end stream screen.
Oh, I thought you said that you. I thought you said you did one of those Twilight themed.
No, just the out. I just wrote an outro, which is what I'm about to say, which is werewolves and vampires. That's our episode for today. You can find us online. I'm everywhere as Roll for Felicity. Melanie is Lemony Drews, and Margot's Wild to Blue. Until next time, hold on tight, Spider Monkey, and you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster. Bye.